I've noticed a lot of actors from Breaking Bad mentioned. I believe Vince Gilligan said in an interview that it was on purpose. His reasoning is that if you can do comedy you can probably act, and drama is a lot easier to act than comedy.
Bob Odenkirk as evidence. What a treasure of an actor. Second City fella I believe.
John Goodman.
His performance in 10 Cloverfield Lane was nothing short of perfection. The look of pure evil in his eyes when he killed that guy was horror at its finest.
Gene Wilder.
Are we awake? We're not sure. Are we black? Yes, we are. Then we're awake, but we're very puzzled.
Would Michael Keaton count?
The fact that he was seen as a comedian was precisely why fans of the comic book version of the Batman character, not the much too campy Adam West TV version, were initially extreme ticked off that Keaton was selected to play Batman. They thought it was going to be another Adam West-type performance. Needless to say, Keaton easily won them over with his broody performance. Bob Odenkirk.
He seems kinda surprised about it, watching his interviews. But damn, he does both well in the same role.
Olivia Colman.
Loved her in Hot Fuzz but was pleasantly surprised by her in The Favorite.
Calculin.
Let me get this straight. Does anybody here not have amnesia?
Bryan Cranston.
That early episode of Malcolm when their house is getting fumigated and Hal, Lois want to go in to have sex. IIRC, he comes out of an RV in underwear and a gas mask.
Hugh Laurie. Went from a bit of Fry and Laurie to Blackadder and then out of nowhere, House MD and then again with Night Manager. That man knows acting.
The way he switches between a British and American accent mid-sentence in Avenue 5 is very, very impressive. I'm very glad to see him do comedy again.
John Lithgow. Seeing him in Dexter was a decent mindfuck.
Kurt Russell was a Disney comedy actor for about 10 years until he did a TV movie about a mass shooter, then hooked up with John Carpenter.
I still want to know why Walt wrote Kurt's name right before he died. Bill Hader has been good in Barry.
In season 1 where he is acting with his group and he is fine, and then later he channels his recent experiences and does the same scene but 1000x better and elevates the scene, and the woman he is acting with elevates her game because of it. He is an actor who is acting an actor that is mediocre and then acts the same scene later notably better. Just. Wow.
Woody Harrelson. Great on Cheers and now has had several Oscar nominations.
3 Billboards Outside of Ebbing, Missouri is one of my favorite Woody movies and he is great in The Highwayman. It's still funny to watch old episodes of Cheers where he plays dim-witted Woody Boyd and then seeing him in some of his roles now.
Tom Hanks. If you remember him from his early career in the early 1980s, he was a talented comedy actor. But no way would I have imagined him doing dramas, let alone starring in them, let alone a string of hits.
Definitely. I remember when Philadelphia came out, thinking, what on earth is Tom Hanks doing in this? Then being blown away by his performance.
Bryan Cranston. From rollerblading to blowing people up.
That's Dr. Tim Watley, DDS to you.
How about the reverse? Leslie Nielsen was a typecast, handsome manly man, type for years until the Airplane era. After that he became the staple of slapstick goofball comedy.
Nearly everyone in that movie were serious actors. The amount of deadpan delivery is just amazing.
Honestly, more often than not, comedic actors tend to make great dramatic actors. They are highly tuned to what works in drama. It's easier than comedy. Now, dramatic actors who are also great comedic talents. That's a shorter list.
I gotta go for Jon Hamm on that one. I don't think he has even one line of comic relief in the entirety of Mad Men, but then he's over the top hilarious in stuff like Kimmy Schmidt.
Bill Hader is scary good at times. Honestly feels chilling when you've only seen him do comedy.
Yes, Barry is honestly like, woo. The Macbeth scene is one of the best pieces of acting I've ever seen.
Robin Williams.
His performance in 1 Hour Photo is creepy as hell. Dude was absolutely a phenomenal actor no matter the genre. Insomnia has another great performance of his as well.
Joseph Gordon-Levitt has come a long way from his Third Rock from the Sun days.
He really has. But to me he'll always be Tommy Solomon. And John Lithgow is just my favorite Dick of all time, although he has some great range too. Makes me wonder what French Stewart could do if given the chance.
Steve Carell.
I was looking for this one. He was really good in Beautiful Boy.
Jason Bateman.
He has this way of making an insult sound like a compliment. Fucking gold.
Steve Buscemi.
Reservoir Dogs wasn't comedy though.
Jeff Daniels. Dumb and Dumber vs. The Newsroom.
Jeff Daniels was a dramatic actor. Jim Carrey insisted his co-star be an actor, not a comedian. He was paid like $8 for the role.
John C. Reilly.
Believe it or not, he actually had the opposite career path. He was dramatic before he did comedy.
Jim Carrey.
Shocked at how far I needed to scroll for this. Steve Martin.
Steve Martin transcends acting. He is a great comedian, comedy actor, and dramatic actor, yes. But he's also a great musician, artist, writer, and I assume some kind of scientist.
Jim Carrey. He did a phenomenal job in The Truman Show.
And Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind.